Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is my first post, so bear with me. I'm a little bit nervous and I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I've been working on some journals thanks to some amazing talent out there. Tracie Fox, Gayle Agostinelli, I don't think I pronounced that right, I'm sorry. Twosilveroranges, I think it's Sarah, and Wendy from Wendy's Journal Adventures. I'd like to say thank you to all of you. You've been amazing inspirations and I had no idea about this world until I discovered your YouTube channels. So without further ado, I have two journals here that I've created. One a traveler's notebook and a journal that I've used a Reader's Digest cover for, and I've used some of the pages out of that on the inside. So I'll walk you through this one first. I haven't actually made notes of where I got the images for the traveler's notebook from, so I will have to do that on a separate video. Okay, so this journal I've made boho beads to decorate the front of it. Just a simple binding, simple cover. It has an elastic enclosure, so it just unties here very easily, and the elastic is tea stained. Okay, and the boho beads are attached to another piece of elastic which will very easily slip off the front cover if they choose to take that off for writing in or what have you. Okay, so opening up, there's a homemade paper inside that I've used. I've made recycled paper and used that to cover the inside of the book. I've got some beautiful fabric here with some very soft wool, very tactile. It's lovely. Okay, this is like a baking paper. And I've left that plain. It's very delicate, but I love the feel and the sound of it. There's a knitted pocket that I've made with a lace embellishment, and then just a little booklet with different tea stain paper inside. It's made from a file folder. Okay, the next page. Now I've noted the images, and I apologize if I get them wrong, but I will endeavor to get them correct. So I believe this is from Farmerage, and I'd like to thank all of the people who supply images through Etsy or their websites or anywhere else. There's some amazing, beautiful vintage images, which is definitely what speaks to me, and I love them. And I'd like to thank you all for making them available. Fabulous. So the envelope pocket, I can't remember who the inspiration for that was. I'm so sorry. If I find it, I will link it in the video post. And just a simple little tuck there. And we have that paper clip didn't need to be there. Whoops, and I'm sorry, I'm giving you all a headache. This is an altered envelope, just with some stamping on the inside and decorated on the front and back. I will admit, when I did these, I didn't realize how they would actually go on the book page. So essentially the front cover is at the back, but I don't think that really matters. I'm okay with that. So that just sits over the top. And this is a decoupage napkin with a lace trim and just journaling space on the back. It's a file folder, I believe. And this tag, I believe, is part of Artie May's. I've used an Artie May's kit in here, but there were also some freebies that were available, I believe, on her website. So I'd like to thank you very much for those. They're stunning. And they mesh beautifully with the kit that I've used as well. There's an altered paper clip on this side. And it has a journaling spot on the back, so I've left the other paper clip, the back of the paper clip, free so that the journaling space can be utilised. It's a smaller piece of baking paper there. I had some leftovers, so I've included that. This is an altered envelope as well, and I've just used single side so I could make a journaling card. Oh, sorry, no, it's a file folder. And I've done a collage of papers and then I've actually sewn around them. I love the way it looks. And I did that on a separate piece of paper, a piece of scrap paper, sewed it, and then I glued it onto the file folder so that they could have a blank journaling space at the back, and that goes into a tuck spot that's been made from a book page. Okay, this is a pocket made using a file folder, just with an embellishment on the front, like a scrappy embellishment, and then there's an altered playing card as the journaling spot. This was an envelope from Artie Maze's kit, just with a scrappy and some lace to trim over the top, and I've just hooked that over the top. They can put that anywhere in the journal that they'd like. And an altered paper clip again. So that's actually the back and the front, or the front and the back, whichever way you want to look at it. I love both. And this picture here is from Artie Maze. I believe it's a freebie also from her free download, so thank you very much. And just a tag that I've made from some of the scrapbooking paper. I love the scrapbooking paper, so I did want to use that throughout. There's a pocket that I've made with a flower that I've crocheted myself, and I've actually sewn around that. It's a little bit wonky, but I like it. And then the image on here is from Farmerage, and I believe it's from a fine art set. It's embossed, and I've just inked around the embossing, and then a journaling spot on the back, and the whole card was made using a book page. Okay, now I do apologise, I don't remember where the inspiration for this, there's been so many people who've inspired me, but it's a beautiful pocket. So I've got a tag that is tea stained at the top using this image here from Farmerage, and some beautiful, more of that soft wool, and journaling space at the back of the tag. And then this tuck spot has another image from Farmerage also, journaling at the back with the beautiful lace at the bottom. I hope you can see that okay. Okay, tuck spot using a book page, some washi tape, and the postcard is from Artie Maze's journaling cards and ephemera kit, which I love. Another book page pocket with scrappy embellishment on the front, and this tag is just from the scrapbooking paper. Okay, some flags there with some scrapbooking paper to embellish, and the tag is from Artie Maze. I believe it's actually from the kit that I used, which is the Memories Journaling Kit. I will try and link as many of the people that have inspired this journal with their images or their journaling kits, etc. in the YouTube video when I post it, but bear with me because I don't know what I'm doing, so it's all a learning curve. And then there is a fabric flip, which I first saw on Gayle's channel, so thank you for that. I love that idea. And there's a tuck spot with a journaling card made from a tea stain file folder. The image is from Art Vintages, and there's just some tea stain journaling card. There's a little tag from the scrapbooking paper, and then just tea stain paper that's been stamped. And I just used my hole punch to do the corners of that to make it look more like a ticket. I love the way that came out too. Okay, just journaling space on the back. You can see the stitching, but I love that, and it doesn't get in the way of the journaling space. Baking paper, and then there's the last page in that signature of the scrapbooking paper. Now the third signature, the journal was very full and I did have embellishments for pretty much every page, but I did have to colour little, so I've left the middle signature with slightly less embellishments because I decided that that could be a good space for people to use to do a lot of writing, etc. So beautiful scrapbooking paper with another fabric and wool trim. So I've just sewn the beautiful soft tactile wool onto the fabric. I've actually got it here, so when I did them I did quite a length of them, and I can just pick that up and add that as I need to. And then this is an altered envelope that I have opened up and I have collaged on the back and the front. So the inside has quite a bit of journaling space, as does the front. It's just changed up, and I've actually sewn that into the signature. So there is a piece of the baking paper, some tea stain paper. This is a piece of tracing paper that I printed one of Artie Maze's pages onto from the kit that I used, and I love the way it came out. Just love it. It's beautiful. Some tea stain pages, plenty of journaling space, some more of the baking paper. This is another embellishment that, again, I'm sorry, remember where I saw it, but love the idea. So it's actually a journaling spot that opens right up. So the embellishment is there, so they can still journal all the way around that and on the inside, and then it folds back up for tucking over the book page when you do it correctly. So they just tuck over and in. I don't know if you can see, but I'm probably shaking because I'm quite nervous as I haven't done this before, so I apologise for that. And then that just tucks over the corner of the page. And again, it can be moved wherever in the journal, wherever the owner would like to put it. Another tuck spot with a tag from Artie Maze's kit. And then this is a paper flip, something else I believe I saw on Gayle's channel. So thank you, Gayle, again for the inspiration as always. And this image here, I believe it's from Mrs. Cogg's Etsy store. I love her images as well, and I love the way they all mesh together. I don't really know if there's rules as such about using different people's images in the one journal, but I do love the way that they've all meshed together and they look like they just belong together. So I'm loving that. Another altered paper clip, so front and back. Some baking paper, tea stain paper, that beautiful printed tracing paper. Just listen to the sound. It's fabulous. Tea stain paper. There's another pocket back here with a tag made from tea stain paper. And this image is from Farmer Raj. It's a sweet pea set. Just beautiful. Baking paper. That's the back of the collaged envelope. That's the end of the signature with the scrapbooking paper, and then the new signature, a different fabric trim with different wool, very tactile again, soft, beautiful. Oops. So there's baking paper. This is a crocheted pocket I've made and just sewn onto the page. And this image is from Art Vintages, I believe, from the Purple 3 set. And this is another altered envelope. Again, I apologise, I don't recall where I got the inspiration from. I'm not sure if some of these I've actually seen on Gayle's channel. I've seen quite a few of her videos lately, so it may have been inspired from there. If not, I do apologise, and I'll try and look into that. I couldn't even remember where I got all the images from. I must admit I had to go and look those up, so I've got those written on a piece of paper next to me, so I don't mess up. Well, he's hoping. So plenty of tuck spots in this envelope. So it has fabric at the back here and across here, music paper, and then scrapbooking paper. So this is another tag made from tea stained file folder. And it just has a fabric, stamped fabric image on the front for the focal point. Still plenty of space even though it's stitched to right on the inside and around the stitching. Loving the colour. Oops. And I believe this journaling card is from Artie Maze's free kit. So again, so generous, and I truly do appreciate it, and they are beautiful. And the tea stain file folder as a journaling card. This is another altered paper clip, and one of the freebies from Artie Maze, just tucked up underneath that. And again, the paper clip has journaling space on the back. Okay, another file folder pocket with a scrappy at the front, and another altered playing card. Journaling space on the back. I'm not a sewer, so you'll notice that there's quite some inconsistencies in my sewing. I actually, in this process of learning what journals are all about and attempting to make my own, I have had to learn how to use a sewing machine. I actually have YouTube to learn how to thread it and how to rethread it, how to thread a bobbin, because I had no idea. It's been quite a learning curve. I'm actually really loving it. So this is a pocket out of Artie Maze's kit, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was out of the kit. So I've just added a little lace embellishment there. Probably doesn't need the paper clip. I had that in when I was sewing the signatures in, and I've forgotten to take it off. Some baking paper. Another one of the tuck spots with the journaling card from Artie Maze. Some more beautiful tactile, very, very soft wool. As a knitter and a crocheter, I have a lot of wool, and I do love the soft tactile wools for journals. I think they add quite a little something. So there's an envelope from Artie Maze's kit with a scrappy embellishment, some eyelash trim at the back. Just beautiful. I'm sorry if that's out of camera. I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay, another altered paper clip in the middle of the signature. I love the way they came out. They were the first time I'd ever made those, as some of these other embellishments are, and they're just so simple but so effective. There's a pocket made from a book page, just with some tea stain paper and scrapbooking paper over the top that I've layered. And there's a tag made out of scrapbooking paper, and I've just put some fabric at the back of the pocket. Another flag, and this time I've decorated that with fabric rather than scrapbooking paper. And another one of Artie Maze's freebies. And they're awesome because they actually leave plenty of room for other people to add their own tags and tickets and whatever they want to add. So this is a tuck spot here. It's actually a flip, which I believe the one in the front signature is also a flip, and I've neglected to show you that. And just a little notebook with the fabric trim at the top. And that was just using scraps I had left over from trimming the pages to go in the book. Some more washi tape and a book page and another journaling card from Artie Mays. And this is another altered envelope that I've done just with a collage. This one again, I did the collage on a separate piece of paper so I could stitch around it, and then I've glued that to the envelope so that I could have just plain journaling space inside. And then scrapbooking paper on the back. I thought it was a great spot to put a photo or something if people wanted to. And then another fabric flip. There's a sheer fabric at the back which I quite like. And then a tuck spot with another one of these. I actually love the way these tags came out, just beautiful. So this image is from Art Vintages, I believe. Just beautiful. Yes, Art Vintages. So tea stained file folder, just some tea stained paper cut into a tag, and scrapbooking paper that I've cut into a tag just to pop in the front. The lace trim, journaling space on the back. Baking paper, and then that's the back of the signature. And then this could be used for writing on or putting photos or whatever you wanted to, really. It has a little bit of texture. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit of texture to the recycled paper that I've made. But I think it's beautiful. I do love that vintage theme, so that works really well for me. Okay, and that's it. This just ties back up. Very simple. And because it's elastic, it allows room to move. So it can be as tight, and it's got plenty of length to it so that if the journal becomes fuller, it can open up further. And it also has that stretch so that it doesn't tear anything. So that's it. That's my journal. That's the first one I'm actually putting up for sale. I created a Facebook page just a couple of days ago and I've listed this. I am selling to an audience who aren't very familiar with journals, as I wasn't when I first started this journey, but I'm hoping they will learn to love them as much as I do. Anyway, thank you everybody for your inspiration, for your time, for your energy, and for your ideas and thoughts. I truly am enjoying this journey and I look forward to doing a lot more. Thank you.